Okay, hey y'all. I wanted to come on here just to share a few thoughts about the Kada Scott case. I'm not going to go too deep, y'all. I just wanted to share a few things. For those who do not know, I am a medium. I am a universal. I am a medium. I am a universal channel. Okay. And they were just some of the things that just didn't sit right as it relates to the case. I may be alone in this, but I just have this gnawing feeling. And I'm like, yo, did Kada Scott even show up to work? Or did somebody clock in for her? Because at this point, I can't even trust the people who work at her facility, because the statements that they've submitted and or shared has been contradictory. And so therefore, for me, no longer a credible source, okay? But the intuitive part of me has this gnawing feeling like, was this staged? Meaning, was her car driven there? Not by her. And was the text exchange between Keon and herself, Keon admitting that he had a new number, and her response was, well, who's this? And that's when Keon had admitted that was her number. Was that actually Kada Scott facilitating those texts, or was it somebody who already had her phone? And this is the one thing that continues to gnaw on me, because there is no video footage that can confirm what employees may be saying as if she reported to the job. But, who knows? Maybe maybe there's street cameras, but that would only just show the vehicle driving in, So that's one thought that's crossed my mind was, did Kada Scott really show up to work? Or did somebody just drive her car up there? And did somebody just had her phone already and was texting, masking as her? Things that just make you think, because like I said beforehand, it doesn't even matter what her job says. Like at this point, they can keep it. But then the next thing that really stood out, as somebody who has experienced being honey trapped, and for those who do not know what that means, is that comes with when you are being gang stalked, because that's pretty much what Kada Scott was. She was being gang stalked. Now, I don't know if it was done by a group of individuals coming together collectively and working as a team, or if it was a group that's recognized, okay, and they just do this. Now, somewhere along the lines, I'm thinking it's the latter because of the series of the events that took place. But back to what I was going to say, as far as being honey trapped, I don't know how long she's been dating this dude or went on a date with this dude, how long, but my spidey senses are telling me that he was a honey trap. And for those who do not know what a honey trap is, that's when somebody is either getting paid, bribed, rewarded, has some type of incentive to pursue somebody on behalf of somebody else. And it's usually due to like an ulterior motive. They have an ulterior motive because their approach or them pursuing isn't authentic or genuine, okay? It's incentivized, and it's not usually based on attraction or genuine interest. That just happens to be the cherry on the top. But the driving force is a reward, payment, bribery, some type of reward. And so I would be remiss if I did not state that whomever that she was dating, went on that date with, was a honey trap. And is basically somebody that Kada Scott, after someone who has watched and observed her for an extended period of time and gotten to know what her likes and dislikes are, identifies somebody that she would find attractive, approaches a man, and cuts the deal. Okay. And it's, I want you to go and pursue her, get all the information that you need, and any other information or any other task, at hand. And so I feel really strongly that this dude was a honey trap. Okay. In the sense where he was approached by a third party to pursue Kada Scott after spying, stalking, and watching her closely. Okay. And that's usually indicative of the gang stalking experience, mobbing experience, however you choose to label it. Same actions, what it boils down to. So that's one. I did receive a download that between the school and the Arboretum, somebody threw something with their DNA on there, which would connect Kada Scott with Keon. Now I'm getting blood. Could be a rag, but it's in a body of water. It's like material. I don't think it's what is it? I don't think it is napkins. I'm talking about like some type of cloth material that has blood on it, okay? Or some type of DNA on it that was thrown in some type of body of water between the school and the Arboretum, okay? The next thing is your girl Gabby. She has a very stoic expression, but good thing I don't just read faces, I read energy. And what I was able to pick up on her was the fact that I picked up bitter, I picked up resentful, I picked up jealousy, and I picked up envy. But not just the typical, I'm talking about deep-seated, okay? Envy, jealousy, resentment, bitterness, feelings towards Kada Scott. That's what I picked up on, okay? I'm not going to make this long. I just wanted to share, a couple of my thoughts on the case. I think the last part I wanted to admit or share was that Gabby chick. She definitely knows more than what is leading on. And to be honest with you, the other energy I was picking up on was puppet, like a what do you call it? A puppeteering and like mastermind manipulative energy. Okay. That's what I got. I got Keon is the executor. Gabby is the planner, the masterminder. Okay. The manipulator. Okay. So those were a few things I wanted to pick up. Those are my 2 cents on there. And then with that, y'all, I'm out. Peace. See you on the other side.